top spring fragrances for men. So if you love spring, 1, if you love fragrances, 2, and if you would like to know which fragrances are indeed worth the money, keep on watching. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. My name is Monika Cioch, and on this channel we talk about fragrances. If you love fragrances just as much as I do, subscribe to this channel and press that notification bell to get notified when I post. And let's get to this exciting list. I've got a couple of new fragrances that I have just acquired and I absolutely love that I wanted to share with you. So why not start with one of those? Stance from Jaguar. Remember, I said in some of my videos, maybe you don't, maybe it's the first video you're watching, but I usually don't like car manufacturers' fragrances. But because I loved Bentley for Men Intense, I thought, okay, let me just discover them a bit more, and maybe, just maybe, I'll find some great cheap alternatives for designer fragrances for you guys. And this is one of them, Stance by Jaguar. This is a perfect spring fragrance because it is a bit fresh, but still it's got some warmer qualities to it. It's got a bit of vanilla in there. It's got green apple in here. It's a bit spicy. It's got like pepper. So it's got very fresh, nice, green apple opening, but then it settles to this more spicy, woody smell. And quite honestly, this is just amazing for the price. It does smell like any designer fragrance, and I just love the scent. I think it's very sexy, very masculine. So Jaguar Stance, if you're looking for a cheapie, I'll link it down below. Next spring fragrance that I was just waiting for spring to talk about this one again, because I think this fragrance screams spring, is Elie Saab Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is spring in a bottle, and it's fresh, but it lasts such a long time, and it's a rarity in this section of fragrances. Fresh fragrances don't last as long, and this one just gives you a huge bubble of scent around you when you wear it. It's super long lasting, totally worth the money. It's a fresh, woody scent, somewhat reminiscent of Eau Sauvage. Not saying it's the same, but it does have a similar scent profile, and it's incredibly good smelling for spring. It's just, you can't get anything better. Prada Lunarosa Eau de Toilette. This fragrance I have heard about just for like reading Fragrantica and stuff. I like reading like what people love to wear, and you have also asked me about this one. And I just blind bought it, and I really like it actually. It's amazing. It's a lavender, kind of a bit soapy to me smell. It's got that cleanliness, which I think is very alluring in a fragrance, because this fragrance is fresh, but it's also clean. It's not like a cocktail fresh fragrance. It's more like soapy clean. You will smell so good. I also love the note of mint in it. It's like a watery mint, a soapy smell. Yeah, it's just, you can't get better. Who doesn't want to smell like mint and just soapy, fresh, like laundered sheets or clothes? I mean, everybody wants to smell like that. So this is a very good designer fragrance for spring. Next fragrance for spring is Eau Sauvage Eau de Toilette. This one is, you guys all know it, but for spring, I feel like this is for the beginning of spring. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It smells so yummy and fresh. It also smells casual if you're a casual type of guy that doesn't wear suits, it doesn't wear shirts, it's always on a t-shirt. This would be great. Or like maybe you're a tradie or somebody like that. I could imagine it on a tradie too. I feel like it's just an easy fragrance to pull off. You can wear it every day. You can wear it then to work, but you'll smell so good that people will be actually surprised that you smell that good whilst at work. So Eau Sauvage. Next is another Lalique fragrance. It's Eau
La Ligue pour Homme Écosse with the horse's head. This fragrance, oh my gosh, I smelled it the other day on my husband and I was like, oh my gosh, what smells so good? Because I couldn't recognize it straight off the bat. We've got loads of fragrances in our drawers, but this is just a yummy vetiver. It's got that sweetness, spiciness. It gives you a huge cloud around you when you wear it. Although when you first spray it, you might think, this will not last long. This will not give me a huge scent bubble. But this scent is just killer. I mean, killer for spring. It's a bit of a colder scent too, I feel like. It's just like, to my nose, it's got that, you know, in spring you get really, really cool mornings and then it gets warmer. This fragrance perfectly fits within that temperature and season specific thing. Very, very nicely said, Monica. Next, I want to mention Toy Boy from Moschino. This fragrance has been my favorite recently. It's just such a good rose scent for a guy. There's so many rose scents that are just too boring, frankly. They can be so boring and so overdone. And rose is a note that in men's perfumery, men's fragrances, it can be off-putting for guys, but I think this is a perfect fun fragrance. Spring, fun fragrance if you are on a weekend, if you're going to a theme park, if you're going somewhere that is just for fun, you know. This is a perfect fragrance. Don't be put off by the bottle. I was put off by the bottle for a long time, but it's excellent. It's an excellent scent and quite unique too for a designer scent. Next up, I have to talk about another rose scent, and it's Lhomme à la Rose from MFK. This scent was just released last year, and another rose scent that is so masculine and not overdone. I really like it. I think it's really pleasant to smell. It's easygoing, it's classy, it's something a Parisian guy would wear. So I think it's kind of like an understated chic spring scent. And yeah, don't be afraid of flowers, guys. You might actually differentiate yourself on a date or meeting a woman because you'll be smelling different than, you know, overdone men's fragrances that everybody wears. So try some flowers. Try to put some flowers in your life. Another spring scent is Lhomme de Parfum. I actually got it last spring and I think it's perfect for the springtime. It's perfect for any time really, but it does have enough of that sweetness to stay there for maybe colder time of the year or like the morning time in springtime. But it also has freshness. It also has some flowers in this. So I said to you guys, flowers can be sexy on a guy, and this has got some of that, but it's still a very masculine fragrance. It's got some almonds, like cherry chords. It smells just delicious, but it's not very, very sweet. So perfect springtime fragrance and very, very compliment getting to. I should stop saying very, very. The last fragrance, certainly not least, is Encre Noire à l'Extrême. This is a La Ligue fragrance. I was really curious about this one. I'll be comparing these, the original and this one too on my channel later, so subscribe to see that video. And this fragrance, I feel like I was expecting it to be stronger, much more projecting than the original. It isn't, but as a scent, it's a bit different. It's a bit more thick and a bit more woody and spicy to my nose. And I just love it as a scent. It does not project, okay? It does not project that much, but you know, you can get it quite affordably and you can just respray it throughout the day. It's an amazing scent that has got, you know, vetiver in there. And that fragrance is usually vetiver is quite light of a fragrance, but it also has got some woodiness in there to keep it from being an only summer fragrance. This is spring fragrance through and through. I could imagine it on any guy, from a
16-year-old to a 70-year-old. This fragrance is just for anybody, and it's an excellent pick for the springtime. What is your go-to springtime fragrance? Let me know down below, and subscribe to this channel, of course, but I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.